ndio alikuwa akiita Kenya
na kuyatoa kwa wazungu wafanye kilimo ambacho kilitakikana kiweze kulipia gharama za reli. Kwa hivyo haya ndiyo mabadiliko ambayo utayaona wakati ambapo Charles Njonjo anazaliwa. Mabadiliko mengineyo labda tuweza kusema ni kwa upande wa utawala, kwamba Mwingereza akawa anafuata ule mtindo ambao uliletwa na Lord Lugard, ambao hiyo mandate yake aliyoitaja ikawa ni mandate ambayo itawashirikisha machifu wa Kiafrika katika utawala wa kikoloni, na familia chache kama huko Kenya ya kati zikawa zimeweza kushirikishwa katika huo utawala. Bila shaka babake Charles Njonjo ambaye aliitwa Josiah Njonjo akawa ni mmojawapo wa hao machifu wa kikoloni.
Baba yake Josiah akiwa mtu wa ndani alipewa zile Waingereza wanaziita accolades, ile ya British, yani wale Waingereza walimtunuku kwa sababu alifuata system ipasavyo, na pia alikuwa mtu wa nidhamu kama huyu Charles Njonjo mtoto yake.
Kwa hivyo kufikia Januari mwaka 1920 masetla hao walitaka nguvu za kujiongoza katika eneo la Afrika ambapo walikuwa sasa wanamiliki ardhi, majengo na biashara. Sasa ikawa kwamba kuzaliwa kwa Njonjo Januari ile kukasadifiana na mwanzo wa jina Kenya ambalo lilitangazwa mwezi Juni mwaka 1920. Himaya ya Uingereza iliidhinisha Kenya kwa koloni rasmi. Jina likabadilika, haikuitwa tena British East Africa Protectorate, ikaitwa Kenya Colony. Njonjo akawa kizazi cha kwanza kukuzwa kwenye koloni rasmi ya Mwingereza.
Mwenda zake John Michuki, watu kama kina Warohio, Koinange wa Mbiu, watu kama vile Mohoho wa Gadecha, Kinyanjui na wengineo wakawa sasa, hizo ni kama jamii za kifahari. Walianza kuishi maisha ambayo yalikuwa ni tofauti kidogo, watoto wao wakienda.
Well, thank you very much. We interrupted that just to give you some updates from here at the Kariakor Cemetery, where we are mourning a stalwart, a Kenyan, a patriot, Charles Njonjo, who passed on this morning at the age of 101. Only 21 days shy of his 102nd birthday. And I'm joined by some of the family members, and I'm going to speak to the son-in-law of Charles Njonjo, that is Kerry Ngini. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Perhaps, first of all, my condolences and our condolences to your family for this loss. Perhaps, how was it early this morning when he passed on?
Well, first of all, thank you very much. Mr. Njonjo had been unwell for quite a while. Over the course of last year and this year, he'd been battling, one ailment or another, very, very well, despite his age. But as of this morning at around 5:15 a.m., he breathed his last. And it was actually as a result of a little bout of pneumonia, which he had suffered, and therefore had compromised his lungs. His passing was peaceful. He was surrounded by his family members. He, as late as yesterday or last night, we'd had some very interesting conversations together. He was lucid. His memory was clear, but he wasn't well and he was weak. So for those 101 years that we have seen, almost 102, shy by 21 days, we want to thank God for his life. His legacy is intact. I think that is clear. And all we can do now as a family is rally around his wife, his widow, her children, and the grandchildren to make sure that we try and maintain his legacy and do the best that we can for him. And those are the facts.
Okay. Yeah. And perhaps we've seen the cremation process. Was it some of his wishes that he be cremated after his death?
Yeah, Mr. Njonjo, as I'm sure a lot of you will know, had a long career as a civil servant. And, he was also a lawyer by training. So he was a man who was very clear about instructions. And a man who was very clear about what he wanted, not just in life, but what he wanted in death as well. And part of those instructions were that we must perform a cremation immediately, almost immediately after his passing. He didn't want any fanfare. He didn't want a lot of ceremony. He didn't want a lot of what goes with funerals and passing of people of his stature. He was very clear that we must cremate him more or less immediately after he passed. And so, as a family, we fulfilled his wishes. We chose to fulfill his wishes, and we have now